Hey guys, never mind baby, thank you. So I am live again. You get to see my face twice tonight. I'm going live tonight talking about, for those of you that don't know me, I am Rachel from Find Your Worth Fitness. Tonight is almost the wrap up of my PCOS series. I have just an episode or two left. But tonight I want to talk to you about how to treat PCOS. So there's no cure. There's no way to cure your PCOS, but there are some ways to treat the symptoms and to help keeping from flare-ups from happening. And I have had some people who kind of argue with me, or not argue, I guess that's not the word, but who disagree with me on this. But start doing your research if you have it. So one of the things that doctors will tell you, first of all, there's 3 doctors that you should see if you have PCOS, and that's one of these type of doctors, and that would be your PCP, your primary care physician, your OB/GYN, because of course it's a hormonal imbalance, and then an endocrinologist. So if you have PCOS, I highly recommend checking with one of those 3 doctors, whoever you feel more comfortable with. And again, that was your PCP, your OB/GYN, or your endocrinologist. So for treatment of your PCOS and the, keeping the symptoms at bay, your first one, a lot of doctors will put you on, something like metformin. Well, thank you, Susie. Something like metformin, which is an anti-diabetic drug. So I know you're like, why would they put you on an anti-diabetic when you have a hormonal imbalance? And I don't have my light on because I'm going to be really dark right now, because as you can see, I have a glare on my glasses because I didn't get anti-reflective coating. So when you go get glasses, get anti-reflective coating. It's, ugh. Anyways, so PCOS, they'll put you on metformin or an anti-diabetic drug like that because you can become, I lost my train of thought there. You can become pre-diabetic when you, or insulin resistant. That's the word I was looking for. You can become insulin resistant when you have PCOS. So for some reason, metformin can help drastically with a lot of the symptoms. And when my doctor put me on metformin, I'm not on it now, but when my doctor put me on metformin originally, I thought, this is crazy, but I'll do it. I trusted him, and I started taking metformin, and within, it was, ironically enough, I started the metformin about the same time I started working out and eating healthy. And within about 3 months, about 2 or 3 months, my symptoms started to resolve. I started getting my period every month, that kind of thing. So for those of you obviously struggling with infertility and PCOS, ask your doctor about metformin because it can regulate your cycle. So the other thing is a statin, which is your blood or your cholesterol, and then hormone therapy. So ask your doctor if you are struggling about an anti-diabetic, a statin, or a hormone therapy. So the other thing, and this one is where people kind of think I'm crazy, is your diet and your working out. I 1000% believe that, I'm dropping viewers now, but I 1000% believe that your food is a huge thing with a lot of the problems that we have, and PCOS is PCOS is I forget the word I want to say. I've said it in my last live, so it is like, what am I thinking of the word that I want to think of? Here comes my kids. So, when you eat gluten and dairy, it causes inflammation in your body. And that inflammation causes certain diseases and disorders, and PCOS is one of those. PCOS is, let's see if I have it on my last paperwork. I should have written that down. I'm sorry, guys. I don't. So there are some certain foods that you should avoid when you have PCOS, and that, I love you. That would be soda, for one, is a huge one. Bread, potato chips, beer, carbs in general. And the other one is soy. Soy disrupts your hormones, so avoid soy. If you have PCOS, try cutting out dairy and gluten for just 1 week. Just try to see if you can cut it out for 1 week and see if that helps any of your problems. Working out and eating healthy has been the biggest way that I've helped handled my PCOS symptoms. And I thought it was the metformin at first, but honestly, I've not been on the metformin since I got pregnant, and since I've had Dylan, I've been working out and eating healthy, and mostly, and my hormones have kind of leveled out. I'm getting my period regularly. I'm not having a lot of the other symptoms. So, as a recap, just for treatment of PCOS, see your PCP, your OB, and your endocrinologist. Talk to them about an anti-diabetic, a statin, and hormone therapy. And try cutting out gluten, soy, and dairy. And see if that, and I know that sounds crazy and, a lot, but try cutting those 3 things out of your diet, and then see how you feel after a couple weeks or a week or 2. And you can slowly add those things back in, and then if you'll notice whether you're having problems or not. So have a good evening, guys.